This is your host, Sandra Rodriguez, and I'm here with one of our interviews for the Heart of Hollywood Media interview segments. And I'm really very excited because today we have a very, very special guest. That is the beautiful Miss Gabriella Tagliavini from Argentina. Good morning, Gabriella.
Thank you. Good morning.
Good. Let me tell you, I'm especially happy to have Gabriella with us on today because right now one of the main topics that are being talked about is female empowerment, female power. And this lady is a director. She is a screenwriter. She is basically a filmmaker and let's say a person that empowers women in Hollywood and worldwide. So, Gabriella, let me know a little bit more about these fabulous feature films that you have basically directed, such as Without Men or the hilarious Ladies' Night. How did you decide to carry out these projects that so empower women in general?
Well, thank you. Thank you for having me. It's my mission. Once you know what you have to do with your life, and I always wanted to do movies that empower women and always with the comedy aspect, because I think comedy makes you kind of smile in your head. So like you said, Ladies' Night was #1 in Mexico 10 years ago. And now I have this new movie that is called How to Break Up with Your Douchebag. That was #1 in the box office in Mexico again a month ago, and is still doing really well.
Well, I have to say that the title is intriguing. So
Yes.
how do you break up with this kind of a person?
Well, you have to see the movie, but it's basically about a therapist, right? That instead of being a couple therapy, she helps you break up if you're in a bad relationship.
Makes perfect sense. And absolutely, ladies out there listening for relationship advice, that's
Yes.
our advice for the day. Now, I have to ask you, Gabriella, is it your feeling that over the course of recent years, Hollywood has been offering better roles for women or not at all?
I think very recent, in the last couple of years. Obviously, all these scandals that are happening are really helping, understand that the more female directors are needed. There's only 4% of female directors in Hollywood movies. I mean, 96% is directed by men, and we're 50% of the population, so that's just not very balanced. But the important thing is making movies that make money, to show that women go see movies that make money. So Wonder Woman, Girls Trip, all these movies that made a lot of money helps the industry understand that there's a need for women's movies.
Oh, absolutely. And also sometimes I take issue with a perception that exists that is that if you have a certain type of a character, let's say a Latino character in a movie, that means that only Latinos will go to that movie. Or if you have a strong female character, only women will go to that movie. That to me makes no sense. I think that a movie such as Wonder Woman can be very well appreciated by all types of audiences. Wouldn't you agree?
I agree completely, and you have no idea how many men have told me that have watched Ladies' Night and How to Break Up with Your Douchebag, that his girlfriend or his wife took them and they're like reluctant, but then they said they really liked it. So I think there is an audience, and I think it's a better understanding if men go see women's movies as well.
Absolutely. Now, I hate to put you on the spot, but what is your opinion regarding all of these misbehaving men in Hollywood of recent, the things that we have learned in recent weeks?
I think it's great that all the women are coming forward, even with time passed. And I think it's great that, the men are being fired from their jobs, because it's the only way that it's going to affect them and help them understand. Now, I have a lot of men friends who are like worried. They think they can't flirt anymore. That's not the case. It's the question. You can still flirt. You can still make jokes. Just don't touch somebody inappropriate. Don't abuse your power.
Absolutely.
So that's it's a clear cut, difference.
Oh, absolutely. And certainly it's different if a close friend is flirting than if a random stranger or employer is trying to do the same thing, right?
Yeah.
Now, on to another subject. I read, and let me know if I'm right, that you're going to do a remake of the Marilyn Monroe movie, How to Marry a Millionaire.
Yes.
Tell me a little
Yes.
bit about
I'm
that.
not supposed to talk about it.
Oh, okay, okay, fine.
But
No need to.
because my contract is closed, and but I'm in the process, and I love that movie, and we're gonna make it with 3 Latinas. So.
That's fantastic. Well, in that case, tell me more about other upcoming projects that might not be quite a secret.
Yeah, no, that's one of my projects. I have another project with Antonio Banderas and Mike Tyson. That is also a comedy. That is a comedy about the devil. But you know, so that has a male lead. So sometimes I can direct male leads as well.
And I love that because, I mean, Mike Tyson, if he lets himself be led by a lady, well, that's also a wonderful message to put out there,
Yes,
right?
he's actually very nice, very sweet man, and very funny.
Really?
Yes.
Okay, well, that's another secret that our viewers
Yeah.
can learn today.
And I have many other projects, but right now they're all being like kind of closed. So hopefully I'll come again and tell you about it when I'm ready.
I want you to. Now, we're almost out of time, but I do want to ask you one last question, Gabriella. What advice would you give to upcoming female directors that want to break into the industry?
Oh, yeah, well, that's very easy. Right now, it's very easy to direct a short film with your cell phone. You can have a friend edit it in their computer. So the advice is just do it. Look, I'm wearing this t-shirt. Just do it.
I love it. Thank you so much,
Thank you.
Gabriella. And thank you to our viewers out there. Please make sure to log on to heartofhollywoodmedia.com, where you will find our interviews, a lot of interview segments with interesting people such as Gabriella, and do subscribe. We want you to. Okay, so bye.
Bye.